Hello, happy Tuesday. Oh my goodness. Is this energy making everybody a little kookaroo or what? It's definitely an adjustment. So much still going on. Look at this bizazzo. This happened in the middle of the night, yes. So just as I was ready to fall asleep, I think this zinger came in. And all of a sudden I was like, oh gosh, I feel like I'm going to be wide awake. But I put on a fabulous meditation and slept like a brick. But there is still so much going on. This is deceptive, by the way. You can see that yesterday, this would have been like early evening. This is a big purge, a lot of the upper chakras. And then in here, it's a purge plus you could feel this high frequency light, and that was that energy in this. Even say it's very deceptive, but I'm going to show you the shakalaka chart in a minute to show you what it really did to the body. Because for me, it felt super strong, and it looks like a little innocent blip. There are no more innocent blips now. We're getting zapped, and even these all these teeny vertical lines is really sharp purging going on. So I'm gonna jump in here. First, let me spy on you guys and see who's here playing. Christy is here, Manu is here. I see Georgia, Wendy, Diana, Stacy. Hello. Do, 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 do. Hello from Hawaii, Christina. Okay, Christina, be careful if you're driving. Jeff is here. Hello, Andra. Welcome. Okay, so let me get into these energies, and also I want to address some stuff. By the way, I love it when you guys do write your experiences or ask for some feedback or some guidance. Here's what I will tell you. I have never given guidance ever since I started this channel on practices that I do not use myself, and I don't even open this until I've used it and it works. So if you come to me and say, oh, this didn't work, let's review. I want to review what I did yesterday, and I'm going to get a little more niche for everybody, because I get it. And by the way, I say this with love and compassion. I too went through years of frustration saying, this doesn't work. All that does is creates more resistance and frustration, right? So when I gave the practice I believe it was yesterday, about coming into full acceptance, this is a fully embodied state of being. So in other words, I still got to know, how am I broadcasting this? Okay. Some of you are still saying me, so-and-so's triggering me. No one can trigger you. You allow it. You're giving your energy to it, right? And again, I say this with love, because it was a practice I had to come to in my own right? And so on my own journey. And I have absolute compassion, and I'm going to really break this down into the energy of how do we address these things. Okay, number one, if you think someone has triggered you, it is because you are reacting to their fear. Fear's contagious, so is love, right? So, and believe me, I'm not 100% immune from it. I have people come at me. And now the 3D version of me was like, oh yeah, game on, let me sharpen my razor tongue and have at it, right? But that was because of my traumatic upbringing. I was in defense mode all the time. But now if it happens, it's, oh, okay, that felt a little harsh, but I just go, okay, wait, I become the observer. Okay, this person, by the way, anger, fear, all the negative emotions, I don't even like calling them negative, they're dense emotions, right? That come at us from other humans is fear. If anger is fear, harm is fear, it's all they're broadcasting fear. We have the opportunity as a way shower to observe, oh, wait a minute, this soul's not trying to hurt me. This soul's not really trying to set me off like a rocket. They are fearing something. I can observe that, and I have two choices. I can engage in that pain body and go, rah, 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 rah. Or I can go, oh, I'm observing this divine soul, because they too are a divine soul, who's on their journey in a specific place in their journey. I can observe them with compassion and recognize what's coming at me is fear. I'm going to just observe it and keep my light on, because I came here to be the bridge. So I can either blow up the bridge and not let them on it. But by the way, when I blow up the bridge, I fall too, because I'm now unconscious, right? We can still have temporary moments of unconsciousness, which means you're in the third dimension again. Or we can just recognize, and it really involves step one, when you feel that energy coming at you. Let me breathe. Hold on. I went into the noodle. I'm lining up the nukes, getting ready to fire back. But instead, I'm going to go, oh, wait a minute. That's fear coming at me. I've transcended fear. I'm a way shower. I'm going to go to my breath. I'm going to calm down. I'm going to observe this. I get to choose love right now. I get to choose love and to be the light. And in there, I can have compassion for what the soul is going through. That doesn't mean you don't put up a boundary. You can just say, I understand you're scared, but I can't create from a scared state. I create from love. You cannot create from a scared state. Now, if something comes up, or I talked about yesterday, the biggest things that are hardest to come into acceptance are money, relationships, job, and health. So if it's your significant other, right, coming at you, they are in a different frequency from you. Again, you can still choose love. And, I'm seeing a lot of this coming in. And Thursday focus group, we got some wisdom coming in on relationships. It's beautiful. They're going to show us how we showed up past tense in the third dimension, and how we're going to be present and allow our partners and our friends to be present as well. And it's an allowance, right? But it all comes to you choosing your light, right? So step one, am I in my body? The moment somebody set me off, you pissed me off, la, 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 you have already left your body, because that's not a loving thought, right? That's not in the heart. So now you're in the noodle soup factory thinking, oh, I'm going to get him now. I'm going to win this one, right? All of that. The need to win, the need to be right, all that. Let it go. Let it go. And then if you can't in that moment remember that they are a soul on their journey, they have a past, you do not know. I don't care if it's your partner for 50 years, 30 years, 20 years, 10 years, whatever. You do not know what they're broadcasting. Only they do. So when we start to use terminology with partners like, well, you should know that pisses me off. You're not on the same frequency. And now your ego is fighting with their ego. So where's the heart? The heart is in the back seat going, I'm going to wait till they calm down, right? Same thing. So if you're triggered, and I said yesterday, what's coming up, right? If you have a fear coming up, when I say, please help, asking your guides and angels, please allow this, please help me bring this to the light. You've got to be in your body when you do this. Very important. You can't go, oh, that sucks. I don't want to create that. Take that to the light already. What am I broadcasting? I'm broadcasting scared shitless. Well, guess what? My angels and guides are going, Let's wait till she calms down because she can't hear us right now. She's doing her thing. She has free will to choose fear right now. They do not communicate through fear, only through love. So then it's, okay, let me get fully into my body, call myself into my body. This fear came up. It feels like it's a repeating thing coming up recently because why? All of this is happening for me to bring me into higher levels of consciousness so that I can remember that I am a beautiful creator of my own reality. So these beach balls must come to the surface and they're terrified parts coming up. You must get to a nurturing state within you first. Oh, I recognize this is a scared part. Let me go to my breath. For those of you who were in focus group last week, what season are you in? Are you connecting with your own natural rhythm? Are you in inner peace? Now we make the request. Please release this to the light. Doesn't happen in one time always, because there's layers and layers and layers. And so it's recognizing. And then when that becomes your practice, it's a practice, right? You can get to one and done. But if you're just learning this, if you're coming, and by the way, coming into full acceptance, you've got to be in your body. You can't say, okay, we can't manipulate ourselves and say, okay, I accept this, but I'm broadcasting scared shitless still. What are you broadcasting? First, call yourself into the body. Ask your guides and angels, can you help me come into full acceptance? Give yourself space and grace to allow your full body to be in your body. And then, can I really accept this? It's not just saying the words. Same thing if you just say the words. Call myself into my body, call myself into my body. No, I didn't even get to hear. I'm still in the noodle soup factory making noodle soup. And then I'm like, why didn't Patty's advice work? Because it doesn't work in the noodle soup factory. We got to be fully in the body. And by the way, I'm playing with you guys. You know I love you. And I am sharing this with you because I did the same thing. I used to do the same thing. And then I started to realize there's these nuances. Okay, I need to be fully in my body. And I constantly ask myself, is there anything I'm not in acceptance of? Because no thing, and it can be the teeniest thing. That's still something that I want to allow to go to the light, right? And then doing like a bucket release really involves you truly identify the things that you're aware of and then ask your guides to help you. But you must ask from the heart, not from frustration. And I promise you, the tools I'm giving you do work. And if you find they're not working for you, find something that does, right? I'm not the end all. There are many ascension guides out there. Find one that resonates, that gives you a practice that works for you. I'm not offended at all. I want us all to make it with a smooth ride. I don't care how you get there, because in the end, we're all connected, right? So it does not matter to me how you get there. I truly do care that all of us get there in a smooth way, though. I wouldn't be sitting here if I did. Okay, so I wanted to share that little nuance, and just, it's not just saying the words, embody that state of being. Am I approaching this from a nurturing state? Because all this fear bubble is a terrified part of me. So if I'm angry, what's going to happen? It's going to dive back down underwater. If I'm saying, it's okay, I understand why you're here, and I want help to help release you back to the light. Do you see how that's going to have a different effect? It's always about, what am I broadcasting? What am I broadcasting? I do not come in here ever without being in full love and light and giving from overflow in my heart. ever. Because if it's not there, I don't push go, because that wouldn't be authentic. So it's always, where am I? Am I in my body? What am I broadcasting? Just, I'm constantly asking myself, not just when I'm on here, constantly, what am I broadcasting right now? I wonder, is it something that's ready to go to the light? And be nurturing with yourself. Like, we're tough on ourselves. But just keep in mind that other people are not triggering you. How are you're feeling the dense energy. Are you taking it on and throwing some back? Or can you stay back and be the way shower and just observe it and meet it with love? And then if you can't, there are some that can feel very harsh. Just say, whoo, I'm not feeling, okay, I can't see this through the eyes of love. Ask your guides, please help me see this through the eyes of love. Because right now, it's got me on edge. Allow yourself to feel the emotion and then ask from your heart space for help. Help me see this through the eyes of love. But I can tell you what happens is you evolve into your practice to where you just go, this is just a scared soul on their journey. Oh my gosh, all they need from me is light. Where do I go next? Here's the light. Here is the light. We don't drag them. We don't convince them. We broadcast our light. That's it. We broadcast our light. Light up the bridge. We are lighting up the bridge, and the bridge gets bigger and bigger, and more beautiful souls are crossing it every single day. All right, couple of announcements, and I will show you the Shakalaka chart, I promise. Thursday's focus group, again, is going to be on the source law of resonance, which is really the true, it's a truer explanation of the law of attraction. And this is a beautiful download. These downloads are coming from the Ascended Masters, from Mary Magdalene, from Jesus, from Mother Mary. These are so direct to the point, and let me tell you, they land as true the second you hear them. And I'm going to go deep into, again, relationships, because I'm feeling October is a big transformation, and there's a lot of people in relationships, in all kinds of relationships. It could be friendships, it could be work relationships, it could be family, it could be spouses, partners, all of that. And as our souls are leaping forward, there is going to be disparaging frequencies. So how are you showing up? Again, but it's a beautiful explanation that came from Parallel, which I'm going to share, and it's going to be a beautiful transmission, and we will be able to have Q&A about that as well, because I know it's a big seems to be October. A lot of them are coming to the light, and you will find that you don't need to end a relationship unless you know in your heart it is over, but you will find that this will give you grace and space and patience with your partner, regardless of where they are. It will absolutely make sense to you, because only one of you needs to be the light, and it helps, right? A rising tide raises all ships. It works like that. So I'm excited to share that. It is much needed for everybody, many in the community, I should say. Okay. Next thing, Saturday. Saturday is the group Ascension and healing class. We're going deep. Again, we're going to review 3 more source laws, again from the Ascended Masters: the law of light, the law of reflection, and then the law of seed and harvest, which is literally creation. How do we create? We came here to play, create, and have fun. So I'm always looking for new ways to get us into that create mode, because we kind of lost that skill while we were all having our sleepy time tea, right? The second part of the class is going to be 3 powerful distortion transmissions. And we're going to talk about how our sovereignty got inverted in the 3D matrix and turned into obedience. Ugh. Like, when I hear of obedience, it reminds me of, like, for dogs, they have obedience training. We put ourselves in this yucky obedience training instead of choosing sovereignty. So we're going to clear that distortion. We're going to light it up so you can look right at it, see what it is. And it's such a great way to release it. When we observe our behavior as an observer, man, does it make it easy for you to disconnect to the energy of it. The next one is going to be, we're going to talk about releasing the false veil of productivity, right? What were we taught? If you're not on that gerbil wheel running 100 miles an hour, you suck. Your life's going to suck, all of that. Then you get on the gerbil wheel, you're running like crazy, and uh-oh, nothing changed, and I'm tired. Now what? Is there a bigger gerbil wheel, a smaller one? No, we get off of it. And so this is the inversion of stillness into stagnation. That's that distortion. And then the third one's massive, reclaiming the body. And this is the inversion of embodiment into disconnection. So these are going to be really, really, they're just calling it a deep, deep healing opportunity. And when we do that, again, your consciousness jumps forward immediately because all of these parts are going to have a recognition and understand that they're ready to come to the light. So that's going to be beautiful. I'm going to show you guys the Shakalaka chart, and then we're going to talk about Todos Santos. Yay! It's on. It is on. All right, here we go. So I pulled these an hour ago, so you can see this was in the middle. Well, this is one from the middle of the night. This one was like early evening. Look at this. All chakras, deep purge plus light. And you can see that this, instead of being a sharp spike, that these are wider. The wider ones means that we've received light and purging, and while trying to integrate all of that. And then this was the late night one. Again, these upper chakras, why? Because the third eye is getting, still continuing to do major upgrades. Now, there's a lot of physical stuff going right now. And I really feel like it's going to go, they don't ever give me predictions, so to speak, but I was shown October, massive transformation. You're not going to be the same person even tomorrow that you are today. And for me, I'm feeling this when I wake up, that little bit of distortion. You will feel like you're in the unknown. Your human mind doesn't like this, right? The human mind doesn't know. And that's where going to the breath, calling yourself into your body will really, really help you. And, other physical things are kind of like a diminished appetite, fatigue for sure. And it's not really fatigue. It's really the body saying, I need to rest to integrate all of this yumminess. Our body, the transformation, remember, we're going from being a carbon-based dense body to crystalline. So the stuff that's going on under your skin is truly, truly miraculous. But if you're having a lot of any symptoms in the head, your teeth, gums, eyes, blurry, not blurry, one not blurry, ringing in the ears, all of these things, pressure in the melon for sure, because that third eye is opening. And so all of these are very, very common right now, and they're temporary. Oh, I do want to talk about something else too, because someone sent me an email about intuitive eating. Okay, so intuitive eating is going into your heart. Number one, what state of being are you in when you're going to eat? If you are in any kind of fear or having an emotional moment, something that's coming up, you are now not in alignment, right? And when I say you can eat what you want, but intuitively with your heart. So there's no controlling the body in the fifth dimension. The body already knows how to find its own wellness. But when we're out of alignment, and all you need to do is you can open your refrigerator door, make sure you're fully in your body, ask your intuition, are you here? What in here is in my best and highest good to enjoy right now? Now, if you have a bunch of processed things in that, begin making the switch. Try to find organic things. The cleaner the food, the lighter the food, because our bodies are becoming more crystalline, the easier it is for your body to digest. But we don't need to get into, right, there are carbs that are very, very good. There are proteins that are very, very good. And it's listening to your body, but what state of being are you in when you go to eat? If you are in fear, you're not ready to eat. Call yourself into your body. And then notice, how did this stuff end up here? How does it feel? Like, start to practice feeling. How do I feel about the things that are in here? Did I get that because it's convenient and easy for me to nuke in 2 minutes, right? Are you really slowing down and being fully present when you're eating? And my guides take me through this whole thing now where they want me to be present with all objects in so the plate, do I use the plate as a means to an end, or do I have gratitude that it's holding my food? Do I have gratitude for the fork? And I know this sounds minuscule, but when you have that much awareness and you're present and that gratitude, it opens your world. It helps you to be present with all things and all souls. And it begins with, yes, having gratitude for every single thing that's in front of you. And what is it? Oh my goodness, without this, right? Without this, what would I do? Without this, what would I do? That's how I look at it. And so this means slowing down. Slow down and be present with what you're about to do. Okay? So I wanted to share that, and it's a nuance. And then from there, if you are in complete resonance, yes, I'm receiving this with absolute love. Your body now is receiving it that way. But if you're broadcasting fear, then it could be what you consider the most healthiest thing. It's still not going to receive it that way. Okay, so it's what state of being am I in? And believe me, this takes slowing way, way down, way, way down. And then being present with everything, the whole part of it. My water, my tea, I'm present with it. I'm grateful for the glass. I don't have an identity attachment to it, but I'm grateful for it, okay? And that will really, really help you to just be in resonance. Okay, next thing. Let's talk about the Stillness and Celebration Retreat. So this one, if I had to cherry pick from my heart the ideal retreat that I would attend, this is it. And I'm so excited to share it. I've been talking about it. I had to reach out to this specific resort. It's very small, it's boutique, and they never host retreats there. And they said to me, what are you doing? I said, we're going to come there and be still. And then when we want to celebrate, we're going to go out. And they said yes. So they opened up a nice portion of their suite. There are suites and rooms. The only difference between every single one has a glass wall facing the Pacific Ocean. This is where I go to experience my heaven on earth. It's where I get the biggest downloads I ever have gotten since being here. And so it's a great place to connect with your intuition, connect with Gaia in a way that you never have before. And the entire town just exudes love and peace. And I know those of you that came to the Cabo retreat last year, we did spend a day together at El Faro Beach. We will be doing that one day. We will be going to the beach club. But why? Because the whales are going to be here. Oh my gosh. Last year, the whales were so close. They were in where the waves were, just where the waves were breaking right next to the shore. It's absolutely just the most exciting thing to witness, and just you can feel the energy and the wisdom that they bring. We are in higher resonance with now, and by February we're going to be even higher resonance, and so I'm so excited for that. So it's just going to be pure magic. It's a Thursday through a Monday, and I will put a post in with all of the details for you. You get to choose there's one shared room opportunity if you do want to share. There's one with 2 beds. The rest are all king beds. And yeah, I can't, it's truly my happy place. My guides sent me to Todos Santos the first time right after I had gotten here. And I found the beach club first, and then I stayed at this other little resort in the lagoon where they have these beautiful domes. And, this is how, when you follow your heart, more pieces come. And I was sitting at the pool one day where at the dome resort, I'll call it, and this couple sat next to me, and they were asking me to translate something to the server for them because they didn't speak Spanish. And I saw that they had wristbands on, and I said, I'm staying here, but they didn't give me a wristband. They said, no, they have another place. And they showed me the pictures, and boom, it's the place on the hill over. And I said, oh my God, I go in there next. And so it's so beautiful when you follow your heart. That's the this or something better. I had already fallen in love with the lagoon domes, and then now I found this, like, where it truly is. You're overlooking the tip of the Baja Peninsula, and every direction you look in is the vast Pacific Ocean. There's a beautiful lagoon. There's a white egret that lives there. There are just birds that I have never seen anywhere else before. There's hummingbirds everywhere. There's these gorgeous neon blue dragonflies, and it's just, I could blab about it for 30 minutes, to be honest, but I won't. But if this is calling your heart, it's going to be again, it's a limited number on this one. And as much as I love you guys, there will not be a virtual one on this one, because this one we're going to be really present. I just can't see us being in a room on a Zoom for this one, because we just really are going to soak in the every minute of it. It's pure magic. It's transformational. You'll be in touch with your intuition. It's just a massive opportunity for growth, and we're going to celebrate. For sure. Lots of celebration, lots of transmissions, activations, all of those will still be happening, but we're going to be doing it really outside with the ocean waves crashing in the background. There's stargazing. I'll put the post in with all the goodies. I'm sure I've forgotten some, but we'll let that part be a surprise. Okay. So that will be, for those of you who are subscribed to Focus Group, you will get an email from me today as well that will have all the details. Okay. And then just email me if you have any questions on that. I'm beyond excited. It truly is, like this one I said it poured out of my heart. It truly did. And I've been excited to share the magic that happens there, because it literally changes my life every time I go for the better. So happy to share that with you guys. What else? Let's see. Let me see who's in here. How about if I feel like it's a good time for us to call ourselves into the body and do a love train grounding, because it feels like, I think some of these energies kind of had some of us maybe skipping across the water a little bit. So let's do this. Let me peek in the chat here and just see how everybody's doing. I see a few more of you snuck in here when I wasn't looking. Clint is here. Don is here. Judy, hello. Tali is here. Lisa in Sweden. Crystal in North Carolina. Alyssa, hello, girl. Hello. Karen's here. Ellen, hello. Hi, Darcy. Sean's here. We got a crowd. This is great. This is a perfect group for a nice group grounding. Antone is here from Pensacola. Awesome. Oh, you've got some beautiful water there. Oh my gosh. I love the beach in Pensacola. Gosh, that white powdered sand and the water in the summer's like a jacuzzi. Good stuff. Awesome. Welcome. And I see Stacy and Azuki. Hello. All right. So let's all do this like this, guys. When you get in the noodle, this is the fastest way to exit the noodle soup factory. Number one, let's all do this together. First, bring your attention to your breath. And then I call myself fully into my body, October 21st, 2025. Take a breath in, feel for your energy here. One more time. I call myself fully into my body, October 21st, 2025. Take an inhale, really feel for your energy. Where is it going? Some of you, it's stopping at the solar plexus. That's okay because we're going to keep going. One more time, take a deep inhale. I call myself fully into my body, October 21st, 2025. Inhale, feel. Can you feel the energy in your feet? A lot of you are. I can feel it. Some of you are still in the solar plexus. Just do it one more time. You can literally feel where you're having some resistance in the body when you do that. Now we've all successfully exited the noodle soup factory. Let's do a beautiful group grounding. It'll feel so good. And in this container, remember, everybody's light. It doesn't matter if you, by the way, if this is your first day here, welcome and thank you for shining your light, because what happens is our light combines together and we just heal each other this way. And then we're radiating the most amazing amount of love and light to everyone, awakened or not. And it's why we're here. So let's all take a nice deep breath in. Exhale down to Gaia's heart. Inhale, come up to your heart space. And exhale back down to Gaia's heart. Stay here in Gaia's heart. Take an inhale. And on the exhale, merge your light with hers. Nice. And now take an inhale, come up to your heart space. And now see, sense, or feel if the front door to your heart is open. And then take a moment now to notice if the back door to your sacred heart is open. And that's going to be the space directly behind your human heart. So if it feels like it's not an open space, take an inhale. Gently guide it open with the exhale. Nice. Now we're going to inhale, expand that light in your heart space. Exhale, I release all energies that are not my own. Inhale, expand the light again. Exhale, I release all energies that no longer serve me. Inhale, expand the light again. This time, put a hand on your heart. I know who I am. I know who I am. I know who I am. And just breathe here. See if you can find that space of inner peace. And then we're going to end with, I am source. I am sovereign. I am free. Take an inhale and let's anchor this into Gaia. Exhale down to Gaia's heart. And then on the inhale, slowly come back into your body and wiggle your fingers and toes. And just come back to that space anytime you need it. For those of you who catch this on the recording, you did not miss anything. You were divinely guided to find this at the time you found it. And at that time when you're practicing this, you are now radiating it back to this container and again to everyone across the globe, quite truly. So there's no FOMO here. There's only divine timing. That's the truth. So good. You guys are so good at grounding. Man, that feels really good. I know there's been a lot of this, like really go within, stay connected, observe the triggers, observe the beautiful souls who are on their journey in a different frequency. Just observe and just keep your light on. Be the light. That's why we're here. So happy to share this space with you guys. I will continue to follow the energy, and you'll see me in here when the energy calls. Have a great day, you guys. Mwah. Thank you.